gloves were put on at birth.
Your own father viciously beat you while training, proud of the lessons he would dispense.
Pig was your first tool of communication with this world. I learned early on that a word can hit just as hard as a punch.
In my family, it was emotional unrest and neglect. Two manic parents, too caught up in their own worlds to ever truly be present. Against my lovers, I've used raging shouts and seething silences that all weighed more than my knuckles.
I inherited an alcohol addiction instead of fists, and have lists of the people I've bludgeoned with broken bottles and a bleeding tongue. We all have bruises we are born into. Dear pretty boy Floyd.
In 2001, you faced Diego Corrales, a fighter facing a jail sentence for breaking his own wife's collarbone and bruising her spine. You promised to beat Corrales like a dog on behalf of every battered woman out there.
1 month later, you struck the mother of your child with your fists and a car door. You took his belt in the ring and his guilty counts of battery in court. We often hate others for the ways they remind us of ourselves.
In college, the boxing gym became my temple. Your training video showed you in the gym chanting, hard work,
Dedication,
hard work,
dedication.
Floyd, you were a guru I hope to one day grow into.
Now I fear my once hopes may be too true. Money, Mayweather. You've assaulted more women in your life than you've knocked out men in the ring.
We pay you millions of dollars for your ability to batter people with your fists.
So how can we act surprised when you bring your work home with you while waiting for your fight to start on pay-per-view? We trade stories of our own bouts. In middle school with blood on my fist, I knocked a stranger down.
Stomped him for insulting my friend's wife.
These are the stories I once shared to prove I was a man. Measuring my height in the shadow it cast and not the shade it provided. Why can I only feel like a man when I am monster?
During your last fight on TV, I saw your son standing, cheering, screaming as you hit Pacquiao in the ring.
During your last fight at home, I read your son was standing, shouting, screaming as you hit his mother in the living room. What gloves have you armed him with? Floyd, I do not blame you for the skin you were given, the bruises you were born into, the languages we grew up speaking, but there comes a day when we must all admit that an upbringing is not an excuse.
Comes a day when we must weigh our masculinity against our humanity.
Comes a day when we must fight the men we have become. Instead of the people in front of us,
Teach ourselves,
teach our sons to see the gloves we were born into, see the same